in this presentation, I'm going to take you through what happens after you submit your expression of interest. Once you submit your expression of interest, you are placed in this pool of candidates, and Alberta does periodic draws to invite people to make application for Alberta PNP. This is how a Alberta PNP invitation to apply looks like. I have blacked out certain confidential information, but this is a demonstration email which will show you how the invitation to apply looks like. First thing that you need to notice is the subject will say it is coming from AAIP with your expression of interest number and your AAIP reference number, and it will come from gov.ab.ca. Very important to check that it is coming from a government URL. What does this letter contain? This letter contains first and foremost a confirmation that you have been selected. You have been selected to do an application. So they are inviting you to apply, and the stream name will be provided here. In this demonstration, I'm showing that the invitation is for rural renewal stream, but this can be different for your case. The pathway that is mentioned here, or the pathway that Alberta will invite you, can be different from the pathway that you have indicated in your expression of interest, or which is your preferred pathway. Please remember that, and I think I have said it multiple times in my presentations, that the right to select a candidate for a pathway, or the right to match a candidate to the pathway, is with Alberta. You can get an invitation to apply to the preferred pathway, or you may not. So the decision is not yours. The invitation is there for you to accept or reject. If you choose to accept, there is no guarantee that an application will be assessed for nomination, or if an application is done, that it will result in a nomination. So this is kind of a disclaimer which Alberta will give you at the beginning of this email. It also indicates that even if Alberta issues you a nomination, there is no guarantee that you will be issued a PR. That is because PR issuance is under the federal government. Alberta can find you fit to issue a PNP, but it doesn't guarantee that you will get a PR. This is just few words of caution that will be on this email. Timeline wise, you will have 15 days from receiving this email to start the application process. If for any reason you don't accept this invitation within 15 days, you will be placed back in the expression of interest pool. I will come to that nuance a bit later in the video. Once you receive this invitation, you have 15 days to start the application process, but before that, you will have to perform certain steps. First thing that you will have to perform is you will have to determine whether you are eligible to submit an application under the stream that you are invited. For example, this invitation is for rural renewal stream, so you will have to make sure that you are eligible for rural renewal stream. If you are not eligible for certain reason, you should not apply. I have made multiple presentations on each of the streams on how to assess your eligibility for each of the stream. You can look into that, or you can look into the official website of AAIP and make that determination that whether you are eligible to submit an application. Only if you are eligible for a stream, then submit an application. If for any reason you think you are not eligible, don't submit an application. So that's the first step you will have to do, that you will have to make sure you are eligible to apply. While you are doing this determination, there are few caveats or few nuances that must be kept in mind. If for any reason you have an active AAIP application going on and you received a second ITA, you should withdraw your nomination if you want to accept this nomination. You should withdraw that application first and then accept this invitation. You can have only one active application in process at any given point of time. However, AAIP says that they will not encourage people to withdraw applications because it will result in your earlier fee and processing time to be zeroed out, and you will again have to pay the fee and your processing times will start again. Plus, it says very clearly that there is no guarantee that you will be issued a nomination. So if you already have an application in process, it's better to continue that. So that is one first caveat that you should keep in mind, which is that you should have only one application in process. If you already have a nomination certificate, you are one of the lucky ones that who already have a nomination certificate, but that nomination certificate is not yet expired or it is still eligible for extension. You cannot do second application. Very, very clear. There is no option to withdraw that nomination certificate and redo the application. However, if you were nominated previously, you have a nomination certificate and you did a PR application and your PR application was rejected, then you may be eligible to do another application, but before that you will have to email AAIP office on this email address. You will email them and then they will tell you whether you can create a new application or not. So before you click on the link below, make sure that none of these three caveats apply to you. If any of these caveats apply to you, you should do these steps first and then click on the link. Again, I'm very much stressing on clicking on the link because of a very important factor, which I will come a bit later. Step 2, you will have to review the eligibility requirements. That is what is this section all about. It is your responsibility, candidate's responsibility, to make sure that they meet the eligibility requirements. Each stream has its own eligibility requirement and you should assess your eligibility against the stream that you are invited for. This can say AOS, this can say tech pathway, this can say any of the pathways that Alberta is working on. If you are invited under a particular pathway, then you should make sure that you are eligible. Go through the official site. I have multiple videos on that also. In addition to the eligibility requirements, Alberta has always said that just EOI score is not enough for an invitation. Alberta, whenever it does a draw, like you will see here, it will or it can indicate certain additional parameters that are applicable. Like for example, AOS under priority sector or express entry under tech pathway or something like that, or AOS under construction. Whatever the additional parameters are, Alberta can declare it on their processing information page. It is up to you to make sure that you meet those additional criteria also. However, I would agree Alberta is not always very upfront in declaring the numbers, but still, if there are any additional criteria mentioned on the processing information page, before you click, go to this information page and check whether any of the additional criteria are there, and if there are additional criteria, you meet those criteria. Next, you will have to read this particular document on how to apply. I have presentations and videos on that. You can go through that, but always use the official page for the up-to-date information. Click on this link and understand what are the terms and condition and application process for AAIP. Step 5. You are still not there to click on the link, so don't rush to step 6 and click this link. Step 5. Make sure that the alberta.ca account that you will use to create your application is the same address as your expression of interest. If for any reason the email address has changed, you must first write to AAIP office, and once they confirm that your change has been registered, you can make the next step. This can take up to 5 days. So make sure that you use the same email address. If for some reason this email address is wrong or needs to be updated, expect 5 more days for AAIP to make that change. If you have completed step 1 to 5 here, once you make sure that yes, I have done all my step 1 to 5, which means I don't have an active application, I don't have a nomination which is expired, and I don't have any issues with my previously issued nomination, and I am sure that I meet all the eligibility requirements and all the additional parameters. Once you make sure all of these are right, once you are sure that you know how to make the application, and once you have confirmed that your email address is same as your expression of interest email address, you can go ahead and click this link. You have only 15 days to click this link, so make sure that you complete step 1 to 5 very quickly. Don't take a month to complete all these steps. These steps should take few hours to complete, until unless you are doing a change of email address, which can take up to few days. But once you get this confirmation, only then come to this page. If for any reason you don't click on this link, right? If you don't click on this link, what will happen is your invitation will be rejected and you will be placed back in the expression of interest pool. So if you don't want to do anything, if you want to reject, don't do anything. It will automatically put you back in the express entry pool where you were, and then you will have to wait for the next invitation. If you are in the pool for 12 months, your expression of interest will be cancelled, which is very clear from the expression of interest process itself. Your expression of interest is valid only for 12 months. After 12 months, you will have to recreate your expression of interest. Once you click this link, you have 30 days to complete your application, which means completing your application, uploading all the documents, and paying all the application fee. Make sure that you do all of these steps, not one of these steps, within 30 days, including payment of the fees. However, Alberta allows you 24 hours to pay the fees after you have submitted your application, but this 24 hours should also be within that 30 days. So if for any reason you do not complete and pay for your application within 30 days, so you have just clicked it and you have done nothing, which will mean that you have not completed your application and you have not paid your fees, what will happen is your application will be cancelled for sure. Plus your expression of interest will also be cancelled. So say for example, you created your expression of interest in January. You received this link in February. If you don't click this link, by end of February, both your application and your expression of interest both will be cancelled. So in March, you will have to again create an expression of interest. However, if you don't click on this link, what will happen is by the end of February, you will be placed back in the pool. You will not have to create another expression of interest, and it will be valid till December of 2026. So that is the very key difference I was telling you of not to rush and click this application click this link without verifying step 1 to 5. Once you have clicked this, you have 30 days. Make sure as soon as you receive this email, make sure use this 15 days to collect all your documentation and arrange for the fees, and then click on this link. Once you click on this link, 30 days to complete all your documentation, upload all your documentation, and pay the fees. Do this step 7 in one shot, and I always recommend that doing it in one shot will make sure that you are doing a complete application and you have things in control. Don't spread it out under multiple days will be my suggestion. There are some useful links on how to documents that you can go through, and if you have any questions, you can contact the AAIP office by this particular email. So this is how the invitation to apply will look like. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me. I'll try my best to answer this. And if you have already got this invitation to apply, congratulations. And I have multiple presentations on my channel which talk about how to complete your application. So go ahead and do that. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.